So this morning I went on Mod the Sims and I found the perfect Sims 2 custom neighborhood fit for the autumn and fall season. It's called Raven Creek, made by myintermail on Mod the Sims. It released on September 23rd, 2025, got updated on October 1st, and today is October 3rd. So now it is time to do something spooky, calm, cozy, and collected for the Sims 2. Now, what I find so perfect about Raven Creek is that it's not too big, but it's also not too small. There's 18 lots in total, 5 households, a few community lots, 2 apartment buildings, and the world itself is very expansive. If you wanted to add more lots to this world, you could, but you ideally don't have to. And I think it's so perfect to keep a nice small community small, because over time, as you add more lots and more Sims, it can kind of get overwhelming and stressful to keep up with who is who, who's married to who, and where do all the Sims go, especially if you want to build with the style of the neighborhood. You have Gloomy Forest, Uptownable Farm, Trader's Junction, and Victorian Valley, but you still have so much more room to play around with if you want to add in more lots, your own houses, your own community lots, and even your own Sims. But of course, you technically don't have to, but what I like that is small, simple, and easy, and it's very like eerie and creepy looking, which is what I love. So we're gonna go into the game and I'm gonna showcase some of the households, some of the community lots, so that way we know what we're working with, especially if you're like very interested in like a very small, eerie town, especially for the fall and autumn season. So once you have your neighborhood downloaded in your downloads folder or wherever you have it located, you wanna make sure you extract your files wherever you want to extract them. I normally always put them in my downloads folder because it's an easier way to put them there. But once you have your file extracted, you want to make sure you locate your Sims 2 folder. It could be the regular Sims 2 folder, like the CD version, Legacy Edition, or Ultimate Collection. The pathway is all the exact same way, but you want to go and locate your Documents folder, EA Games folder, Sims 2, whatever version you might have. Go to your neighborhoods folder, and in this neighborhood folder, you're gonna drag and drop that neighborhood that you downloaded into this folder. We're gonna go into the file and click R404 and then just drag it into our neighborhoods folder, and it's right there. And once you load up your game, your neighborhood will be there. You just might have to like scroll a few times to find it, because normally you have all the base game neighborhoods already, and then after like the 6 will be the custom ones that you already have. But now that we have it installed, let's go ahead and boot up the game. So once you load up your game, you're gonna have to locate Raven Creek. Normally in the main menu, it only takes 2 clicks, 1 and 2. You'll see it in this section, but for me, mine's a little bit further down because I download too many save files and I thoroughly enjoy that. But once you find Raven Creek, it'll look like this. And with the town description, it says, mention the name Raven Creek will send a shiver down your spine. This creek is where the trees are never lush, soft breezes are chilly, and ravens' cry are faintly heard. Despite the notorious reputation, some people of a particular sort call this eerily idyllic place home. Now, I have to say, when first loading into this neighborhood, I am quite impressed on how everything is laid out, from the neighborhood decorations, the lots being placed down, and just the overall vibe of Raven Creek just looks so eerie and cozy all at the same time. It's a small town, 5 households, 18 lots. It's kind of like where everyone knows everybody's business, and that's downright scary, but in a good way. So personally, I like this vibe. I can still add more houses and more Sims if I wanted to, especially over here, or even in the middle or towards the edge of the map if I wanted to. And I like that vibe. I like that control. So if you ever wanted to download this neighborhood for yourself, you could. All the links are down below in the description to Mod the Sims. So now what I want to do is read the neighborhood story, so that way we can understand some of the townies that live in Raven Creek and why. But for the first household is the Charmings household, and the description reads, the Charmings are fascinated by the rumors about women flying on brooms cited in Raven Creek. Darren and Sabrina are eager to send their daughters to become apprentices of these women. And if you didn't know this, with the Sims 2 apartment life, there will be like witches that will spawn on community lots, both a good witch and a bad witch. The bad witch is green, and then the good witch is more like white and cheery. One will spawn like rain and thunder, or the other one will spawn like sunshine and cheeriness. And honestly, the only way to become a witch in The Sims 2 is either being born into a witch family or becoming friends and having the witch turn you into a witch or a warlock. And I think it's kind of cool because it's so expansive of like the magic side of The Sims 2, and I've always loved that side. but I've yet to actually achieve the maximum level of becoming a witch or a warlock. But for the next household is the Vandy Vamps. After years of searching, the Vandy Vamps finally found a home where they can be batty at night. Benjamin and Luna hope their neighbors don't find their nocturnal lifestyle too strange. So I assume that this family is more vampire-like or assumed to be vampires. And I kind of like that. And they kind of remind me of the Goth family, because I always thought the Goth family were like vampires because of their last name and the houses they live in, and just kind of also how their house looks. It was giving vampire right off the bat. But for the next household is the McCann's family, and they decided to move far away from the town center to keep Hunter's secret identity, well, a secret. Can they still hide the secret from everyone in Raven Creek, including their son? What's wrong with their son? Is he like some type of supernatural being? What's really going on with him? Is he a secret love child, a hidden child? Something's wrong with this household. So I kind of want to check out the McCann's household and understand their inner secrets and their relationships and everything, because something does not seem right about them. But the next household is the Torres household, and it reads, Greg Torres' desire to seek out the truth led him to pack his bags and bring his wife and his twin sons to Raven Creek. Will he find what he's looking for before it's too late? My question is, before what's too late? His inner secrets, his inner desire to find supernaturals, like what is it? I literally don't know what to expect from Greg, but he's up to something. His wife and twin sons packed his bags and moved to a very mysterious, small, secluded town in the middle of nowhere. I'm so curious. So I might check out the Torres family too. The McCanns and Greg Torres' household. But the last household is Catherine's household. Despite being rude and grumpy, everyone in Raven Creek still pays Catherine a visit, only because of her delicious pastries and her adorable cats are irresistible. So now that we've read the townie descriptions, I want to go look at the McCann's family and the Torres family, because their backstory was very interesting to me, and I want to kind of uncover the truth of what they're truly hiding, because the McCanns is a family of 4. We have Hunter, Orchid, Archer, and Clint McCann. A family of 4, but they all have secrets, because Hunter's the main sim, and like what's his secret, but also too, why are they like hiding the secret from their son? I kind of want to know more about it. I think we already know at this point that building in The Sims 2 is already a struggle, but the fact that this creator made a whole neighborhood with all these houses made by them, made their own Sims, their own connections, their own backstories and everything, I applaud you. I literally applaud you, because if you're watching this video, I applaud. Keep going, don't stop, do another one if you want to, because you, my friend, are talented and gifted, and the tables have shifted for sure. But the McCann's house is so nicely decorated on the outside. It fits the farmer vibe, especially in this area. I think it's more like a optometrical area, henceforth the barns and then the farmer's markets on the other side. I like that they have a little garage, their orchid in the back area, their gardening plots over here. They have an orange, lemon, orange, apple, lemon, and apple tree growing in the back area, a little fishing pond, and then of course their little truck over here. But it looks like we have their child, Archer McCann, over here. Archer, hello, hi. And then we have Hunter and Orchid on the other side, Orchid and Hunter McCann, and then their dog, who's over here. Somehow he's in the floor. Oh, there he is. He looks a little bit angry, a little bit scared. I'm a little bit horrified by that, but you know what? That's okay. But as we move forward, let's look down below in their house on the first floor. So this is just a standard garage. You can probably add more stuff into this if you wanted to, but I love the fact that Sims 2 have cars. They can fix up their own car, buy a new one if they want to. But this truck, this blue truck, fits the color scheme of their house and also what they represent in this town. But as we make our way to the inside of the house, I love how open it is. I like how countryified it is. And something that I just don't notice much about The Sims 2 is how very niche it is. And something I have to say about The Sims 2, knowing that it's already like 21 years old, we have seen a lot of changes. This game came out in 2004, ended in 2008, and I still appreciate the value and the vibe that it brings me every single day when I play this game. And I just love how decorative this house is. It feels open, it feels homey, it feels like a sense of community. And I just like how you decorated the space without making it too overwhelming and cluttered. And especially in The Sims 2, the routing is not the best, but they are quite smart. And I honestly kind of forgot about this juice maker right here, because you can actually stock this little thing right here with fruit and make your own fruit juice. Like, that is like so stinking cool that you added this item that I've never used in the entire history of The Sims 2. And I'm literally not joking. But I like how you have a country kitchen, you have your telephone, pet bowl, pet bed, your living room, dining room, I guess like a mini office area. You have a bathroom over here, but for the upstairs is where Hunter and Orchid sleeps. Archer sleeps over here, and I assume Clint or whoever sleeps in this bedroom. But there is a secondary pet bed, but there's also room for a secondary bed or crib in this room. So realistically, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house here in Raven Creek. And I like the style and how big but also small it is at the same time. But what I appreciate about this house is that there's a sewing machine, because if you did not know this, with The Sims 2 free time, you have sewing. And with free time, you get talent badges. As you continue to gain the ranks in your talent badges, the more things you can do. With sewing, once you get a gold or silver talent badge, you can actually make your own clothing, which I think is very cool and very lucrative if you want to save on cost and make money at the same time. Because usually when you buy your own clothes in The Sims 2, it'll cost your Sims 200 simoleons each. A top is 200, bottoms are 200, full body outfit is also 200. It's so expensive to buy clothes in The Sims 2. So getting free time and like making your own clothing is like the way to go, especially if you just want to, of course, again, save on cost. But if we go over to Hunter, we can see that he is an adult. He has 29 days left until he's an elder. He does have a job in the athletic career at level 3. He has mechanical, charisma, body, and logic. No talent badges. He is an Aquarius. His bio reads, there are only a few things Hunter loves to do: driving his truck, spending time with his family, and fishing with friends every night. So he's a very simple, mundane person. Nothing wrong with that at all. His chemistry, he loves blonde hair, great cooks, but hates vampires. So the Vandy Vamps, he actually will hate if he ever met them. So that's very good lore right there. His relationships are pretty standard. He's good friends with Greg. He loves Orchid, and he loves his son Archer, and of course Clint as well. But he does seem to know Luna Vandy Vamp, but if they ever met in person, they would not get along whatsoever. His family tree consists of just the 3 of them, a family of 3, wholesome and kind. But for Orchid, she has the same kind of relationships as well. She does have a career at level 2 in the culinary career, no talent badges, but she has cooking, charisma, body, logic, creativity, and cleaning as her skills. She loves fitness and werewolves, so that's very interesting. But she is a Pisces like me, so we kind of get along. Twins, if you will. But for her bio, it reads, Orchid moves out of the city for fresh air and organic foods. She knows that she can't keep her husband's wild side a secret any longer. Is Hunter a werewolf? Wait. Wait. Is he a werewolf? Oh my gosh, wait, that's so cool. If he's a werewolf and turns into a werewolf, that will be interesting. But for their son Archer, he is a Sagittarius, and for his bio, it does read, bright and generous. Archer doesn't mind not having many friends. As long as he can play fetch with Clint, he is happy. Plus, there aren't really that many kids in Raven Creek anyway, but as long as he has his dog, Clint, he's happy. He does have one friend, Wesley Vandy Vamp, so that's kind of nice to know that he has at least one friend. He has a grade B in school, no talent badges, but he has body, logic, and creativity. And the last member of the household is Clint the dog. I think he's a golden retriever, but honestly, I do not know. I have a Maltese, and that's all I know. But Clint is unemployed, because in The Sims 2 pets can have jobs if you did not know that. He doesn't have any commands that he can learn because he has no job. He hasn't learned any behaviors just yet, but he is an Aries as a dog. His bio reads, Clint is a loyal dog who is consistently looking out for Archer. So they are like two peas in the pod, the best of buds. And I really like that they are connected and close to each other day in and day out. But that is the entire McCann household. But now we shall switch over to the Torres household where Greg lives, because I'm really interested in seeing what that family is all about, because the fact that he moved his wife and twin sons to Raven Creek for like finding out secrets, I want to know why and how. So let's move over to the Torres household. So we officially made it to the Torres household with Greg, the twins, and the wife. And I have to say their house looks very lovely. I like how it looks on the outside, but then also too, why in the world is there like a gigantic statue back here? I'm a little bit scared by that. But then also, why is there a grave back there? Should I be concerned? But then we also have like a weather machine back here too. But I think that's just like to set up the seasons and like the vibe of the house and everything, which I love. But I'm like, ooh, the house looks very historical and creepy at the same time. Like the wood and the railings and all the vines on the wall. I really like that. But let's see on the inside of the house so we can see what we're working with. I like the layout of the house. It's very closed off, but yet open at the same time. It feels very free flow that allows your Sims to like walk through the house with ease. I like the small little kitchen, especially with the computer desk right next to the fridge, and also how like different it is. There's mold on the wall, stains, the counters look a little bit more dusty. It's not very well upkept, which is what I like about this home. We have their dining room over here with a lot of scratches and holes in the wall, paint on the floor. This must be like their living room area, especially in this section. Very worn down, rugged couches. I don't think I've ever seen this stuff before. Interesting. Wait a minute. University life. Tell me why I never used this couch before, especially in this swatch. You know what? I think I should probably build an abandoned house, because there's stuff in the Sims 2 Build and Buy catalog that I do not recognize, especially this wallpaper. This wallpaper has like holes in it. This one has like dust stains on it too. Like, where was all of this when I was a kid? I don't remember half of this stuff. Oh my gosh. This crit is opening my eyes to new experiences of build and buy mode that I did not know existed. And I've been playing The Sims 2 since the dawn of time, but I literally don't recognize half of these objects. But I love it. I'm seeing new stuff that I never recognize. But we have this room in here. Now, let me just tell you, this object right here, this biohazardous machine here is so deadly. It's a career reward item that you can only get. What I found out is that your Sims can actually make viruses using this object and get other Sims sick. But it's also helpful to cure other Sims as well. But still, seeing this and knowing about this object, I have my major concerns. But I do like the idea of this object though. We do have a piano so you can play some music. This leads to the backyard, a nasty moldy bathroom, but you know, it gets the job done. You're in, you're out, and you gotta go. But we have their bathroom over here. Upstairs is where they all sleep. This must be where one of the teen boys sleep in this room. It's very messy. Typical, a lot of posters. They have their stationary bike over here, their wardrobe, desk, bookcase. This must be the parents' bedroom. Still a bit concerned by this object right here. It's also a career reward item. I have so many concerns. This object here and this object down here, both very interesting for medical reasons, but yet I'm not scared at the same time. Scared, but not scared, if that makes sense. But this is where the parents sleep in here. We have another moldy bathroom over here. And this is the other teen's bedroom. But this teen loves painting more than like working out. So that's very interesting. But if we go over to the actual Sims themselves, we have a grand total of 4 different Sims. So we have Felicia Torres. We also have Greg Torres, Shane and Sean Torres. Shane and Sean Torres. Felicia Torres. Now, for Felicia, she has no job. She's unemployed, no skills. She has a few friends, which is only her family members. She is a Libra. Her bio says Felicia always felt Raven Creek has intense negative vibes and told her husband not to move here. Why is that, Felicia? Did you want to move back to the city? Small town, creepy vibes, not your vibe? Understandable. because usually small town, everybody's up in your business and we don't have time for that, especially for Felicia. But for Greg, he is a Leo, but for his bio, it says Greg loves to explore the mysteries of the world. However, not many people understand his field of research. He is a field researcher at level 3 in the scientist career, which makes total sense of the objects in his house, of why he has that little biomechanical medical machine and then that doctor playset. Makes sense. He has no talent badges, but he does have cooking, mechanical, body, logic, and cleaning as his skills. He is a Leo, like I said. He has a lot of interest in the environment, fashion, politics, a little bit in the weather, a lot in work. His memories are pretty standard as a standard sim. No hobby enthusiasms. However, he has a logical and creative turn on, but hates vampirism as his turn off. So he hates the Vandy Vamps, apparently, if he ever met them. Interesting. Okay, I like what I see here. But for Shane, he also hates vampires, and Sean also hates vampires. Felicia also hates vampires. This is a town, this is a family that hates vampires, clearly. But for Shane, he is a B- student. He actually has joined the military career at level 1 as a paintball attendee. He has charisma, mechanical, and body skill, no talent badges. His turn-ons are logical and active, and turn-offs are vampirism. He is a Aries. His bio says, Shane trusts his instincts more than his twin brother Sean. He is totally convinced that supernatural beings exist, and honestly, they do. And that's downright creepy. So be aware, watch every corner, front, back, side to side, and you'll be okay. But I like that he doesn't like vampirism, and personally, he would be very suspicious of those supernatural beings. I would too. But his brother, Sean, he seems very naive. He's open to the idea, but yet very cautious at the same time. He, however, is in the intelligence career as a gumshoe level 1. He's an A student, no talent badges, but he has mechanical, logic, and cleaning skill already off the bat. He is a Pisces, which makes total sense why he is the way he is. But for his bio, it says, Sean thinks Shane's theories about the supernatural are all made up. He only believes in facts, statistics, and concrete evidence, which makes sense why he's in the intelligence career for that exact reasons. Evidence, facts, and statistics. Point blank period. But now what we're going to do is head over to one of the community lots because I'm really interested in seeing that little institution and also the library because they look very interesting, but also very creepy at the same time. So let's head over to the institution. This is the Raven Creek Institution. And honestly, I don't know what to expect from this. It's a large lot, but yet I'm very intrigued. It says, enroll your Sims into this posh and prestigious Raven Creek institution where academics are excellent as well as physical wellness. Honestly, Raven Creek Institution, I thought it was like a prison, but this looks so cool. Ooh, no, the way there's a mod out there that you can actually make this into a functional school is so perfect. And I can see that the creator used the mansion and garden stuff for the roofing around the entire building, and I like how it's stylized. So you did a really good job on this building right here. The outside itself looks lovely. I love the landscaping. I love the style of the fencing and where everything is being placed. But for the inside, the first floor, we have the basketball court, we have the gym, the bathrooms. This must be the principal's office over here. This is the main area where you walk in to get to your classes. Cafeteria or a teacher's lounge. This must be like the nurse's room. This right here is the cafeteria. Buffet tables, all seating. Kitchen area for the chefs or the cooks that day. The cafeteria workers, if you will. We have soccer field over here. We have a little courtyard back here to do all of your sitting and collecting your thoughts. And possibly adding soap to the community fountain here if you want to. But if we make our way upstairs, you have your classroom on the right, and you have your classroom on the left with your bathrooms in the hallways. This must be like another classroom. This might be like a science room from like the posters and also the objects on the table. But then on the other side, this feels more like a library because of the row of bookcases along the wall. And must be the librarian's desk right here. And then here's another bathroom right here. So pretty standard. I was expecting something a little bit more crazier, but I like that it is just a generic like type of school that you can go to, or you can use it as a rec center if you wanted to. But overall, I like how it looks and what it represents. Excellence, wellness, prestigious school. So honestly, you can do whatever you want with this building and have a field day. But I want to go over to the library next because I'm really interested on how it looks. But then I also want to know what's on the inside and the description of this lot too. So if we go across the Gothic Library is where bookworm drools, edge-right Sims welcome, but not a fool. Read a thriller, horror, a mystery or two. This dark academia resource hub is cool. Okay. I'm very interested in seeing what that's all about. Personally, I've been getting back into reading as of lately of this year, and I love a good mystery. I love a good thriller, murder mystery type book always gets me going. It keeps my interest, and also too, each chapter is always something different, and you're like, there's no way that could have happened. And then you read the next page and like, oh wait, no, that actually did happen. He's a killer. Catch him, send him to jail, throw away the key. But for this Gothic library, it's your pretty standard library, very dark academia. I like how dark and creepy it is, especially when you put it in like the nighttime, it's even more horrifying. It's like so cool. I love the candles on the front of the build. It makes it more, ooh, you know, spooky vibes. But on the inside, it's even better. Oh my gosh, I love how dark it gets in here. The lighting in this library is so perfect. Oh yes. But you have all of your bookcases along on this side and also on the other side and along the wall. You have your bathrooms in the back. You've got your desk in the front for your librarian. But for the upstairs, it's just more seating to do all of your work, whether it's homework, work, writing a book, reading a book. You can do that up here on this side. Your chess tables on the back area. Your workstations do all of your homework or whatever you want to do that day can be over here. And then the back area is just more seating. They do have a grill, so if you wanted to grill like hot dogs or hamburgers and sit outside, you could. But I like that there's like a variety of things you can do here, whether you want to read, write, hang out, sit, cry, scream, whatever. You can just do whatever you really want at the Gothic Library in Raven Creek. But personally, I'm in love. I really like how this is stylized. I don't do a lot of different styles of builds in The Sims 2. I'm more of a suburban builder. And so seeing this style is getting me inspired to like tap into the Victorian era of building in The Sims 2. And I don't think I've ever seen any of these windows. What are these windows from? Base game? You know what? Yeah, I literally don't remember seeing any of these windows ever in my life. I don't really branch out. I use like the standard base game windows and call it a day. So I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It's getting me inspired. It's giving me ideas on how to build differently. And honestly, I want to see another community lot on the other side of the town square. But I think I want to look at the Merchant Square because there's a lot more to look at and there's 4 different buildings. So we're going to look at this one. Established since the Victorian era, Merchant Square is where goods and services are still actively traded on these cobblestone grounds. And there's 4 different buildings here. I like that. You know what? I'm starting to like this Victorian era. I might as well start using the mansion and garden stuff build and buy catalog a lot more because I forget how unique that stuff is. We got those swoopy stairs. We got these roof decor things, the windows, the chairs. Everything from mansion and garden stuff is so nice. And it fits so well for this particular neighborhood right here in Raven Creek. But from my understanding, this building right here is the grocery store. So you can go over here and buy all of your produce, all of your frozen goods. And if you didn't know this about The Sims 2, you can run out of groceries in your fridge eventually. And when you do, you have to either go to the grocery store and buy the stuff back or call a delivery person to deliver your groceries to your door. So it's not like The Sims 4 or The Sims 3. Sims 2 is like real life hard work. It's no joke over here. But we have the grocery store over here that's very greenified. It's giving Alphaba from Wicked. We have your vending machines, your cashier checkout area over here. This space over here must be like your oracle tarot card reading center, like your fortune teller, because you have like the bird cage over here, your crystal ball over here, your chairs, your circular rug, the fireplace, your spiral staircase that leads to the upstairs for some card reading or just card playing. And then I think we also have like some talismans and things against the wall and a dream catcher, if you will. So I really like how oracly, like, tarot card reading it is. Very purple, very nice. This must be the center of the cobblestone ground in the merchant square. We have a performer stage over here, some seating. Somehow we have a coffin over here. Either the Vandy Vamps sleep in the town merchant square, or someone died here and we just don't know who. But to the left, we have a little boutique, a clothing boutique, where you can buy all of your clothing, you can buy your cologne, some souvenirs. I like this ancient like cash register that we have from like the game. But then upstairs is more clothing. You have your change rooms over here and also your bathrooms on this side. I think what's really unique about The Sims 2 and like the clothing boutique stores is that you can like browse, try on, buy, but it's so crazy expensive. And I'm not joking. Every item costs 200 simoleons each. One top is 200 simoleons. And in The Sims 2 job economy, you earn money per day, not per hour, per day. So your Sims could be earning like 100 simoleons per day, could not afford bills, could not afford groceries, could not afford clothing. It feels like real life, and that's just downright scary. But on the other side is the arcade place. So you can buy some video games, buy some magazines, whether it's My Sims, Spore, Commander Conductor, FIFA 08, Sims Bustin' Out, or, you know, SSX 3 if you want to, or even Sim City. But I like the fact that this has like everything you need. Arcade, clothing, food, card reading, it has it all. But I just like how decorative each lot is. Each lot tells a different story and each lot has their own distinct style. But it also leaves you with wanting more and you want to actually continue to play their story to uncover more secrets. Like, is Hunter really a werewolf? We don't know unless we played. The Torres family, will they actually hate, you know, the McCann family? Probably so. But honestly, we won't know until we play. But to all that to say, if you do want to download this neighborhood for yourself, I will link it down below in the description to the Mod the Sims page, along with the creator's Tumblr page, so you can follow along their journey as they make more updates to this hood, and also future stuff they make in the future. But of course, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!